So here we are on Tuesday, the 30th of September, and this is our weekly 30-minute get-together for the Arts and Culture Network. We've done the preamble, and we're now going to buzz around the room so you'll hear from people who are here. Wherever this appears, there'll be contact details in the associated with it. So if you hear from someone and you're not here live and you'd like to hear more, then please let me know. The contact details will be there. Excellent. Drew, it's all yours.
Thanks, Mark, and evening, everyone. It's great to see some new faces that I've not met before. And I'm Drew, based in Bristol in the southwest of England, and I'm a photographer that does headshot portrait photography, also do digital stock photography, and create a variety of new products, which will be via my e-store, which you can pre-order and buy straight away.
That's great, Drew. Thank you very much. Masoom, would you like to jump off mute and say hi?
Sure. Thank you, Mark. Hello, everyone. My name is Masoom. I'm a freelancer based in India. I basically do work on researching, social media, content planning, and then coordinating stuff. I work for various organizations such as the Ben Urry Gallery and Museum in London, the International Art Market Study Association, again registered in London, for another platform called the Plaksha Universities, and so on. It's really nice meeting you all and hoping let's connect. Thank you.
Thank you, Masoom. That's great. Mayrek, would you like to say hi to everyone? If you found the mute button, or would you like me to come back to you? I'll come back to you. Excellent. Okay. Jiri, it's good to see you. Would you like to say hi to everyone?
Thank you, Mark. My name is Jiří Borč. I am originally from Prague. However, at the moment I live in Plzeň in the Czech Republic. First of all, despite the fact that my business is online, I would like to personally invite you to my town for a lunch or walk around the beautiful cities. And basically, with one sentence, I do teaching English, podcasting, networking events, and communities for entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you here again. Alice and Marek are here with us. Perhaps you'd like to say hi to everyone and tell us about your recent sellout shows. Oh, you're on mute.
Okay.
There we go.
Hello, everyone. Yes, this is Alice and Marek. We are Words to Music, and if you mix poetry, choral singing, and ambient improvised music and visuals, plus marketing consultancy from Mark, then you get Words to Music. And we had some really good run of shows at the Etc. Theatre Camden last month, and we're doing it again in December. Hope you can all come.
That's great. Yes, so I do a thing called Inspiration 30, which is a half an hour with me bouncing ideas around. And I did that with Alice and Marek, and their challenge was that they'd booked 2 slots at the festival in Camden in London, and were worried that about audience numbers. So we did a bit of a brainstorm, and I suggested that because of Alice's beautiful goth style, I suggested that they do Gothic poetry to candlelight, and they promoted it cleverly around London and Camden in particular, and did 2 sellout shows. And I gather that the show on Before You only had 1 person in the audience, bless them.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like goth poetry by candlelight, I thought, well, if music can do it, why can't poetry do it? So excellent. No, that's great. I'm so pleased that turned out well.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Jonathan, it's lovely to have you here. I think we've been playing LinkedIn tennis, and corresponding. Would you like to say hi to everyone? Oh, I'm afraid you're on mute again.
Sorry, I had no idea how that happened. Yes, we were introduced by Richard Selwyn Barnett, who's just amazing. And I make movies. I make films, made about 44 different films, independent films, Hollywood movies. And all of my films have been crowd-funded. And we're just sort of lately moving into the space of RWA tokenization, real-world asset tokenization, which is effectively the modern equivalent of crowdfunding, but it allows you liquidity and allows you to be able to get out when you want and own a piece of all sorts of different kinds of things. But my main passion is a new form of theatre, immersive theatre that I'm developing. I work in London and Dubai. I'm doing the theatre in Dubai because there's no money in London and there's lots of money in Dubai.
That's great. Thank you very much, Jonathan. And I hope that connection with Catherine works out. I put you in touch today. She's working in a very similar space to you from the States. Excellent. Alex, would you like to jump off mute and tell us all about women in culture?
Yeah, hi, I'm Alex Harper. I am the founder of Women of Culture. It's actually of, I know a lot of people get it confused, but anyway. So we are primarily a membership community that is designed to help women learn about, experience, and support the arts through primarily in-person events in New York, where I'm based, but we also do, we have a chapter in Los Angeles, and we do some group travel or base group travel. So I'm going to be coming to London next month, so I'm excited about that and hoping maybe I'll get to meet some of the arts and culture network people when I'm there for Frieze London. So thanks.
That's great. Thank you very much, Alex. Yeah, try and make it the end of October, because we meet on the last Friday of every month at the Royal Society of Arts in London. So that's always good fun. Thank you very much, Alex. Eleanor, it's lovely to see you. Would you like to jump off mute and say hi?
Hi, everyone. First of all, sorry it's so dark and awful. I'm actually at my friend's. I'm in glamorous Ibiza, but you wouldn't know it from this darkness. It's flooding here today. I've just come from. So I'm a somatic visionary. I'm a visionary somatic dance for embodied self-leadership coach. I've just actually been at the ISMETA conference, where there were a lot of Americans actually flown in from New York in Spain for the ISMETA International Somatic Movement Education Therapy Association annual conference, and I presented a workshop there, Awakening Heart, for belonging, connection, and joy. So yeah, I support coaches, creatives, visionary leaders to find their voice, visibility, be more embodied, have more presence, show up, and rock, kick ass with their creative ideas in the world. So, so please, yeah, I'll put my email in as well. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Eleanor. Layla, it's lovely to see you. Would you like to jump off mute and say hi to everyone?
Hey, Mark. Hello, everyone else. Yeah, my name's Layla Nasser-Eldin. I work across academia and the arts as a lecturer and a curator. So I curate exhibitions at UAL. That's about it. This morning, I went for a networking meeting at the Arts Club. I don't know if anyone is a member or been there, but something I'm interested in. So I'll leave it at that.
It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. Yeah, I used to go to the Arts Club when I was at Music College in London quite a bit. It was more about drinking than networking, though, I have to tell you.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Mandy, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Would you like to jump off mute and tell us a little bit about you?
Yes, lovely to be here. I'm zooming in from Richmond, BC in Canada. So hello to all you globetrotting humans. I'm a part of Mad Jazz Live Studios, and we create customized live musical events that wow and entertain at local 5-star restaurants, to producing Old Blue Eyes last year, which the theater was having its 41st anniversary, and they celebrated in the September time slot the most money that they've ever made in 41 years. And we were their anniversary co-produced creation, and every single show, including the one and only Tech Dress, was a standing ovation. So my fiance is an incredible tribute artist, from Michael Bublé to the great Frank Sinatra. So we're Mad Jazz Live Studios, and lovely to be here for the first time.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do please make sure there are lots of links we can follow and enjoy in the chat, won't you, Mandy? Thank you. Excellent. I don't think I've missed anyone. Is there anyone lurking behind the scenes?
Me.
No.
Me.
Oh, who I missed?
Mayred.
Oh, Mayray, sorry.
I'm sorry, my trackpad get out of battery suddenly and I couldn't click that I solved it. Hi
Okay.
everyone. I'm in Philadelphia, United States. Mark and I have a lovely meeting this morning to meet each other. I'm a tour operator, actually an art historian who becomes a tour operator. I do cultural tourism for people all around the world, but specifically for Latin America and the Mediterranean basin, like Spain, Portugal, Italy. And I'm specialized in luxury tourism and everything customized from artist studios to festivals, art fairs, and that's my realm.
That's great, Mayray. Thank you very much. Yeah, we had a fascinating conversation. Mayray lifts the curtain behind artists' studios effectively, and gives a kind of VIP access to the creative process. And so we were talking about this. It would, you know, if somebody has a piece of art on their wall and their guests arrive and they say, yeah, I was there while it was being created, you know, that I've been to the studio, I've done, and there's a focus on emerging artists in those regions, which is great, doing great work. Fantastic, excellent. Thank you all very much for that. I'm going to give you a quick whistle-stop tour of the Arts and Culture Network as a reminder for our full members and as an introduction for our guests. So I'll just share my screen quickly. Where are we? There we go. So this is the main one of 8 LinkedIn groups. As you know, most of our activity is on LinkedIn. We've got a particularly active group. So we have 151 active members, 151,000 active members in our group from 191. So we've got people visiting and being active on the group who haven't joined because it's a public group. So people can see the content in our group, even if they're not a member of the group. If they want to comment or share, they need to join. So we're at just approaching 120 in the main group. If you haven't done so already, please join and post in this group and say, hi, this is me. And if you tag me, I can share it further. That's the group. The website is here with some testimonials and information about the full membership, which I'll talk about in a moment, and our future events. This is today. This is on the next one on the 16th of October. There will be a Tuesday meeting next week. It's in kind of multiple dates like that. This is where we post profiles of our full members based on the interviews that we record. So, for example, this is Grace. This was published 7 days ago. It's already had, where are we? At the bottom, 65 views, which is great. So what we do is Isabel, my colleague, does all the research and finds and writes a profile. This is the interview that Grace and I recorded. This is the interview on SoundCloud, and it also goes on Spotify, on our video podcast on Spotify. And we record and we create our members' fantasy cultural years. And this is a summary of that and include contact links. You'll find that these are eminently findable. So if you search for Cleo Tse, one of our members, you'll notice that her directory entry on our website is top of the list when she's searched for not by name, and that's important because she's a freelancer and people will be doing that. And here are the interviews that we recorded here. And that's proving quite effective. I had the benefits of full membership valued independently at between £700 and £900 for the same level of exposure and findability. And of course, we're only charging £10 a month. So Cleo said that alone is worth that. And that's because our website's quite big and quite well established, and often it does better at Google results than even our members' own websites. This is where we list the events. So this is We'll be here again next Tuesday, and then Claire is coming on the 16th. Another global session on the 20th. We're going to have a holiday session on the 18th of December. And next April, we're hosting the Cultural Age. It's a conference trying to accelerate the process of moving out of an economic age into a cultural age. That's the plan. That's free on Zoom. We've got 50 already signed up for that. The 15th of April is World Art Day and Leonardo da Vinci's birthday. So we thought that would be a good day on which to have it. And for those of you who might need a reminder of the benefits or would like to know a little bit more about full membership, it's only £10 a month or the local equivalent, and that you can cancel any time. But it's deliberately kept low so that we can be as inclusive as possible. And we're entirely member funded as an organization. So we have around 320 full members at the moment. So we're not quite doing this from the Caribbean yet, but as we grow, we can donate more and more of our membership revenue, which we're already doing, as many of you know. So the main benefits are as follows: the interview that we record, the findability, for example, Clio on Google, the connections. We do a member matchmaking session for our full members in which we'll find up to 100 fellow members who look like a champagne introduction for you. Those are then provided at the end of that 30-minute call, and it's a warm introduction because you already have two things in common with those people, namely me and the LinkedIn group. Zita kindly publishes profiles of our artists, visual or otherwise, in her art magazine. And if you wish, I can nominate you for Fellowship of the Royal Society of Arts as a full member of the Arts and Culture Network. And the saving is greater than the cost of being in the Arts and Culture Network. If you'd like more info on that, please ask.